Made a connection with this gentleman who has brought together comics and helped make this happen. This was something I wanted to do for some time. I just didn't know anybody funny enough to make it happen. But I did meet that person, and let's give it up for Ted Wrigley. And Ted is with the New Jersey School of Dramatic Arts. They are actually an organization right here in Bloomfield Center. Just another example of the many great things that we have here in Bloomfield Center, along with great restaurants, shops, and other destinations. We have a School of Dramatic Arts. How about that, folks? So those of you know that usually I'm the one who comes between sets and I'll blab and thank certain people and tell you guys what's coming up. But I'm taking a break tonight because our MC for the evening will be yours truly, Ted Wrigley. So I'm going to ask Ted to come on up and get the show started. Thank you all for coming.
Hey, thank you. Let's give a big round of applause to Olin. Thank you, Owen. Hi, my name is Ted Wrigley. I'm not one of your comics, I'm your MC. I'll be announcing the talented people tonight, not being one of them. So we thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate the Bloomfield Alliance. Check it out, www.bloomfieldcenter.com. Check out all their activities they have coming up. We're going to be plugging that all night. Had amazing bands that perform here. They had improv. We did an improv show a while back. And so now we're going to give you some stand-up comics. We've assembled 8 extremely talented comics and 1 not so good one. No, kidding, we only have 8. We didn't bring that last person. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started tonight, and our first comic has performed in New York City and in London, and not so much in between. But a very funny guy. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for Jay August!
Thank you very much. I like the dual microphone setup. I can do a double act of my split personality. A lot of strangers here. This is good. Strangers tend to think I'm funny. My friends are pretty much sick of me. In fact, you know, once you don't find me funny anymore, that's when I know we're friends. But my name is Jay August, and that is a clear-cut case of nominative determinism. Now, nominative determinism is when you are named after what you are. So in this instance, my surname is August, which means that I am sweaty and uncomfortable. And you're generally sick of me about halfway through. Now, of course, nominative determinism is no guarantee. I know a completely bald guy named Harry. I know a woman named Eileen who has perfect posture. And I know a girl named Dolly who's never moved any furniture. Realistically, I'm just here for attention. You know, I like to say I'm here for your entertainment, but I'm here for attention. I need your attention. I need your attention because I don't have any of my own. I have an apparent deficit of attention. It's apparently some kind of disorder. I mean, not the kind of modern day distractibility that everybody has with the cell phone, but I have been told that I am the uncut heroine of ADD. And this represents the longest I've been able to stay on topic since, you know, in Santa Fe, New Mexico, they had an indoor soccer team, they had the Santa Fe Aardvarks, they played in Aardvark Stadium, and they wanted an Aardvark statue in front of Aardvark Stadium, so they hired an artist to create one, and he subsequently hired a model named Fritz Aardvark. And he was out there working in modeling, but Fritz was German and had never worked in the American Southwest before. So he was not used to the temperatures. He was very, very uncomfortable and very, very grumpy about it, but very professional. But a local reporter came up and said, "How do you like the job?" And he said, "Oh, it is aardvark." Sorry, I had to say that. I don't know. And the problem is that it isn't even real. I mean, it's not real if you don't have it. I know it's real, I could show you the MRI, but in many ways, it may be better if I were blind. At least that way I get a prescription dog. But all you get when you have ADD is people's vague feeling that it's probably just a matter of willpower. You know, I think if you were blind, no one would ever put you in a room and say, with fewer distractions, and say, "All right, there's no distractions in here. Can you see now?" Or put the phone down. Yeah, put it down. Turn it off, put it in your pocket. Sound off. What's that over there? All right, we're gonna put these noise canceling headphones on you. How many fingers am I holding up? doesn't happen. But I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because basically I'm a very happy guy. I have the housewife dog trifecta. The house is old, but the wife is new. Well, recently promoted from girlfriend. It was a shame to lose a friend, though. Yeah, you may laugh, but how do you think she feels about being referred to as my ex-girlfriend? Oddly, she loves it. And my dog is awesome. But I have some significant problems with my distractibility and focus. And so my ex-girlfriend, who has just like crippling OCD and loves me despite the fact that I'm asymmetrical, has helped me for this evening, for the purpose of your enjoyment, lock my comedy down into small, bite-sized nuggets. I think of them as the Tide Pods of comedy, so that they are so short that even I can get through them without getting lost. So in the interest of amusement, let's get on with this because, you know, much like Jeffrey Epstein, my dreams are not going to kill themselves. All right, I'm going to give you here's a simple, proper joke for you. What's the difference between a cookie and a cracker? Cookie doesn't care if you pull down a Confederate statue. I used to sell defective boomerangs. Yeah, I did. And we had a very strict no return policy. I get ammunition in the mail every month. It's a magazine subscription. I wrote a book of spells in magic marker. My ex-girlfriend was scheduling a mammogram. They told her they could squeeze her in on Friday. I like saying shortened versions of words. Gives me a real sense of abbreviation. I'm writing a book on misdirection. It's called The Hobbit. Anyone who says same crap, different day needs more fiber in their diet. What do you call a narcissist in front of a mirror? Anything you want, they're not listening. And if you didn't get that joke, I'm going to make the next one more about you. Actually, my father's a narcissist, I shouldn't kid. I called him the other day and I said, Daddy, you in the middle of something? He goes, no, I'm in the center of all things. But my father is a learned man. He has a PhD, he was an English professor. And I was raised with a very strong background in big, annoying words. And I thought it was normal speech that people did until I started doing comedy and everybody complained about my word choices. Words like pedantic, curmudgeon, churlish, or obsequious. In the home that I was raised, these were fairly ubiquitous. But, no one's being obtuse because I'm being abstruse. In fact, I failed to deduce it. It's really no use because my prolixity will never make me prolific, or even prophetic. It just makes me pathetic. I might even be iconic with speech more laconic. At least if I were black, I could be using ebonics, but I don't sound like a straight ass using too much bombastic. I'm trying to impress the teacher of the honors class, and if you get cross and annoyed with the language employed, I don't blame you. But there's no sense of schadenfreude, because I wish I were terse and succinct, because it always is worse than I think, because I babble and blather like I've had too much to drink. And then the whole thing takes on a ludibrious air. All right, which honestly, that word I just shoehorned in there. But my loquacity is adding opacity, and then the meaning is lost, and you blame that straight on me, because I know I'm spastic and pleonastic, and now I'm rapid, so that's the hat trick. But it's a lexicon, past the Rubicon, using words that are mostly gone. And if you might think I'm self-felicitating, I might think you're straight player-hating. And if any of this is of dubious veracity, come on up, here's the mic, take a pass at me, but you won't. I know, you're a bit too wary that I might have the bigger dictionary. I've been Jay August, and bless you all.
Information is very impressive, actually. Is a comedian from New Jersey. She's a writer and director, currently of a musical comedy. She recently had a song that went viral called Unkissed. Check it out. She's on TikTok with 20,000 followers, and recently one of her videos hit 2 million views. Come on, that's pretty darn impressive. And she's funny. I got to work with her when she was a teenager too in an improv troupe. She's incredibly amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Alana Saltzman!
have very exciting news I found out. I'm not pregnant. That's good. It's great news. Actually, it's kind of crazy. It doesn't matter because I'm not seeing anyone. So there's no possibility there. I wish I could be like, oh, I had that pregnancy scare. That'd be nice, but I have no one. So, no opportunity. But, you know, I was thinking about pregnancy and me possibly giving birth in the future, and I think I'd be really bad at it. Because I mix up push and pull doors, I always reverse them. So I'm scared when I give birth, and the doctor's like, push, I'm gonna pull. And that thing's gonna go right up to my esophagus. I'm gonna give birth out of my mouth, if that's even possible. But again, I don't have to worry about that because I won't be dating anyone.
In the tri-state area extensively, at places like Caroline's, the Broadway Comedy Club, and the Gotham Comedy Club. Amazing talent. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a round of applause, Janet Regensburg.
Wow, that was great. Thanks so much. Let's give it up for all the comics and for you guys for coming out in the dead of winter. That's what it feels like to me. I'm freezing. All right? I parked right through this garage, and everybody coming off the train went right into that liquor store. Every single person. It was amazing. I sat in my car. I was like, good for them. They worked all week. They deserve it, right? Anyone having hip problems? Yeah, I'm having a little bit of hip problems, okay? Went to the doctor, and he says, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your pain threshold? I said, well, I'm married. Theme for her wedding is let love win. I thought, that's optimistic. I hope she's got a backup plan. Mine is sarcasm. Marriage is hard work. Lots of compromising. My husband and I just celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary. I see you're all excited about that. Thank you. I'll give you a minute. Anyway, I thought that I would get a candlelight dinner. He thought, let's go to Hatchet World. Do you know what that is? Because I didn't know that. I said, honey, what is that? He goes, it's a place where you drink and throw hatchets. I said, all right, honey, I'll go with you on one condition. I throw them, you catch them. But I love my husband. He's handsome, smart, and cheap. You know where he got my anniversary gift? At the Meadowlands flea market. Yeah, this is, well, you know you're in a good marriage when you can just handle that. No card, just coming back and say, oh, I found this, like, you know, ancient, you know, bracelet, you know? It was $3. I said, great. So, I'm a teacher. Thank you. Actually, I should tell you, I keep saying I'm a retired teacher. I just retired. 32 years of teaching high school math. Thank you. I made it. I made it out alive. Jesus. Now, people say I look like a teacher. Some of you agree or no? I don't know. After 32 years at the same job, you better look like it. I don't know. But it wasn't always like that. Back in the 80s when I was slimmer and sexier, I used to be mistaken for a substitute teacher.